Hi everybody, welcome to Imagination Station Green Scene, and this is our slime factory workshop. I'm Artie Marty. I bet you're all wondering, how on earth can we use recycled materials in slime? Well, you actually can, so I'm going to show you how. So, first thing you'll need is a bowl. You'll also need some PVA glue, ordinary PVA glue. You'll need some baking soda, and you need some contact lens solution. This one is from Boots. And you also need some shaving foam. And these are our starting ingredients to make the basic recipe for slime. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my glue into my bowl. And I always find it better to start small rather than putting in the whole bottle of glue, and then if you have a fail, you've wasted all your ingredients. So I'm just going to put about 3 tablespoons of glue in there, and then I'm going to get a little pinch of baking soda. And sometimes kids forget the baking soda, but it's actually very important because it stops your slime from being too sticky. So just a little pinch of baking soda in there, or the tip of a teaspoon. Next thing that I'm going to put in is my shaving foam. Give it a good shake, and then put in about the size of an egg, or maybe a little bit bigger. I'm going to stir in those ingredients and stir them really well. Give it a good mix. And make sure the baking soda is mixed right through. And then you're going to add your contact lens solution. And this is going to be the activator, because there's a tiny bit of borax solution in here, and this is what will activate the slime. So I'm just going to put in about maybe it's half a tablespoon in there. Start off small and then give it a good stir, and immediately you'll start to see everything coming together, and it'll start to turn into a slimy consistency. Don't put your hands in it yet, guys, because the object here is to try and get the bowl and the spoon clean, and then once it becomes clean, then you can put your hands in. But if you put your hands in now, it's just going to be a sticky mess. So we don't put our hands in until the bowl and the spoon is completely clean. So I'm just going to keep mixing that. It takes a couple of minutes, so just be a little bit patient. Oops. Give it a good stir. It's starting to come away now. You can see it's starting to come away from the spoon, but it's still not ready to put my hands in. And keep stirring. The secret to good slime is good stirring. Nearly there. Nearly there. Still not there yet, but it's still very sticky. A little bit, another little drop of the activator. That's it, it's nearly there now. Once it starts coming away from the bowl, I'll put it onto my table. Just another couple of drops. Just add little bits at a time, because if you put too much in, you can overactivate it and then it won't work. So we're nearly there now. So that's kind of made the bowl clean. So I'm just going to put it there onto the table. And I'm just going to get my activator, put a little bit more on that and put some on my hands. I really don't want it to stick to my hands. And then I'm just going to knead it like you would if you were making bread. And just keep kneading that together, and then stretch and fold, just to kind of till we get that nice slimy consistency. Keep stretching and folding. And as you can see, it's not sticking to my hands now. So that's the basic slime done. But now we're going to get to the interesting part. I think I'm going to put some food colouring in there first of all. So I think I'm going to do pink. So I'm just going to get my food colouring, and I'm just going to put in a tiny little drop, if I can find my spoon, just a tiny little bit. I'll use the other end there because it won't fit in. Just need a tiny little bit of this. This is really strong food colouring. And then I'm just going to fold that into the white, into the slime, and mix it through. Again, stretch and fold, and you'll see the colours colour of this, of the food colouring starting to come out now. Kind of marbly effect there. So we're going to keep mixing that in until we get a nice even consistency. Now I'm going to add ingredients to my slime. And this is where it gets interesting. So there's lots of things you can put into your slime. I have lots of little ingredients here. So these are little polystyrene bits that would be in packaging in boxes to protect things from getting broken. So you can use that to make crunchy slime. I also have sweet wrappers cut up here and things like that into this little dish. You can put that into your slime. Crayons. Have you any broken crayons? I'm sure everybody has broken crayons. You can cut them up, put that into your slime. I also have on the bottom of everybody's art box, there's always little bits and pieces left over. There's little pom-poms that I've cut up that might make fluffy slime. And there's little bits of pipe cleaner and elastic bands and various little bits and bobs in there. They can be recycled and used in your slime. What about little scraps of ribbon? You could cut that up and put into your slime. Or little strips of fabric could be put in. I have some ribbons from a card, or actually from a packaging from a parcel, or maybe it was a box of milk tray or something. And you could cut that up. I also have in here some birthday decorations. I've just chopped that up and made it into kind of little glittery bits that we can put into our slime. I also have foil backed insulation, little bits of foil that was left over from, you know, laying at a floor. You can cut that up into nice interesting pieces and you can put that in. Have you any ping pong balls left over that you don't play with anymore? I had this really cool pink one that I've chopped up, and we're going to start adding these ingredients. So I think let's split this up and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to add some of this in here, mix that in. That's kind of interesting. I'm just going to make a little pate out of that. Maybe you could make little pizzas, adding these little things in. So I'm just going to leave that there for a minute. That's that one. I'm going to get another little piece. Maybe I'll put the crayons into this one. Let's see what that looks like. And you can experiment, guys. You can mix ingredients and see what else you can add. Experiment and have fun. See what happens. Leave that there. You can add different colour food colouring. Maybe into this one I'm going to add these crunchy little pieces. They might be a little bit too big, so I'll just make them a little bit smaller. It's actually quite satisfying even cutting these up. It makes a lovely noise, crunchy noise. So I'm just going to put them in there as well. Make crunchy slime. That's that one. And then maybe I'll put in this fur, these little pom-poms that I've cut up, and see what that looks like. Well, that feels really weird. Maybe I'll add in some these loom bands, maybe some of them little beads as well. Scrunch that up, leave that there like that. And then maybe in this one I will put in some of this. See what that turns out like. Maybe some of these little sweet wrappers as well. So guys, you could go through your recycle bin and see what's in there, or you can go, you know, everybody has a junk drawer. Maybe you'll find things in the bottom of that, or your art box. And then if you wanted to, you could get some other food colouring and maybe add into it and see what happens if you add different colors, if you mix colors together. You can have great fun experimenting with all these different wonderful materials. Let's see what happens. Bring in the colour in there, stretch it out. And then guys, when you're finished playing with it, what you can do is you can make your own plastic. I don't throw out my slime. What I do with my slime is I let it dry. After I finish playing with it, I let it dry. I put it in a safe place, let it dry, and then I see what happens. And these are some that I've already let dry, and as you can see, they're hard, so I've left them out and let them dry after I finish with them. And maybe you could make something interesting from these. So I've kind of made my own plastic using my slime, and I think these might be really interesting. They'll have interesting textures and shapes, and I wonder what would happen after they dry out, and what could I do with them then? Could I make some wonderful art using those? So guys, you can use anything you want in, maybe we'll put some of this stuff in. I quite like this. I'll put that into this one. See what happens with that. I think these would look really cool when they dry out. What do you think? Do you think you'd be able to do something like that, guys? I think you're going to have fun. So let me know. Maybe you could share some pictures of your pieces when they go hard, and let me see what they look like and what they turn out like. So that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So you can make your own slime recipes using anything you like from your recycle bin, or from any junk in your art box, or from old ping pong balls, crayons, sweet wrappers, anything at all. Have fun, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.